This video will contain spoilers for the first two areas of Silksong. I've always played Hollow Knight on PC, but as soon as I started playing, I found that I didn't really like the default keybinds, so I changed them. Attack on E, heal on F, quick cast on A, and so on. And obviously, dash had to go on shift. Fast forward to September of this year and Silksong is finally released. In Silksong, once you've collected the swift step ability and press shift, Hornet dashes forward a short distance. Meanwhile, holding shift will cause her to sprint forward until you let go of the button. All of this works fine. However, if you press space while running, Hornet can jump while in a sprint. And this is where I ran into a pretty big problem. For those of you who don't know, there's a type of keyboard known as a mechanical keyboard. It's the one that most gamers use with a more chunky build, taller keys and louder clicking. Now, if you're playing on a non-mechanical keyboard, there's a very good chance that you'll simply not be allowed to jump while sprinting. As I was playing around with the swift step ability, I was having trouble getting used to it. Something was off. The game didn't always allow me to jump while in a sprint. I consulted my brother who was playing with a mechanical keyboard and he reportedly had no issue running and jumping at the same time. After buying and returning 2 new keyboards, I think I can now tell you what happened and what I'm still dealing with as I write this script. On many or perhaps all non-mechanical keyboards, holding down the shift key and one of the arrow keys blocks the input of the spacebar. At least that's what I believe is happening. On the keyboard I was using at the time, and am still using, this means that I cannot jump while sprinting to the right. It works fine to the left, but not to the right. My right key, shift key, and spacebar cannot all communicate with the system at once. So I bought a new keyboard of the same variant. Mine was, after all, quite a few years old. Same exact issue. So then I returned to that keyboard and bought another one, this time of a different brand. Now I could run and jump back and forth without issue to both sides, but I could no longer strike downwards while running, because this new keyboard didn't block the use of the right arrow, but the down arrow. Unless I let go of the shift key first, I essentially had no pogo. So I returned that keyboard too. To fix the issue, I tried buying 2 new keyboards, still non-mechanical models because I write a lot and prefer using a slim keyboard for that. I tried multiple macros that would change the input of my shift key to another key. Didn't work. I tried rebinding my shift key, but 340 hours of muscle memory from the first game isn't going away easily, and besides, there's no key like the shift key for sprinting. So now I just live with not being able to run and jump at the same time. Now, that might not sound like much of an issue, and I guess it could be worse, but pressing the spacebar and then still watching Hornet just run into a spike pit is really frustrating and a lot more common than you might think. Although I want to, I don't know that I can really blame the game for my misfortunes. First of all, I changed the damn keybinds. Now I certainly feel like dashing on shift is most optimal for these kinds of games, but the game didn't seem to think so, and maybe I should have listened. And second of all, I wouldn't know how to fix the issue. If it is really just a hardware problem related to using a non-mechanical keyboard, which appears to be the case, then that's a pretty nasty roadblock. Not much a game developer can do about that. If you're experiencing this issue, try buying a mechanical keyboard or prepare to enjoy suffering through Silksong with a permanent handicap. I know I will.